Hi YouTube friends, how are you? I hope you're having an unbelievable day. Today's video will be spirit encounters, and I wanted to share you this testimonial here, which I have the deepest story here that I've encountered that I want to share with you, and my family, actually my aunt and my uncle and my cousins are the ones that actually went through this. I won't say any names, but we'll just refer to the person that saw them first as Caitlin. So Caitlin actually at that time was around 13, 14 years old, and somehow she's gifted with the ability to see spirits, and they lived on about 4 acres, and they had an old barn that was there on the property as well. And so Caitlin would have conversations with this spirit that was probably around 13 or 14 years old, and her parents were there too. The little girl's parents were probably characters of like the 1900s, because they had that kind of attire. And so what ends up happening here is that Caitlin and the little girl have these ongoing conversations, and it gets to the point where her sister finds out. She tells her sister what's happening, and then her sister tells her mom, and then tells her dad, and they're all very concerned for her. They're all wondering, like, oh my gosh, like, we need to take her to some kind of psychological rehabilitation center, because this is completely out of line. She needs to stop making things up. This is not right. This is not the right way to get attention. It's kind of what they initially felt. And so as time went on, the little girl's parents were not all that nice people. They were kind of angry people. And so there was a time where her sister was there, and she actually saw the little girl, and she saw that take place. Now, somehow spirits can become visible to certain people in certain instances, so it's very mysterious how that really all there comes about. So that's to be researched further. But her sister saw it, and all of a sudden her mom saw it, and then after that her dad saw it, and it got to the point where everybody witnessed all at the same time. Something happened where the little girl came, and the parents dragged her back, and they were really upset that she was talking to Caitlin, and they dragged her back in the barn, and they were all really, really scared, really concerned. They started burning sage and bringing holy water and praying, and they were trying to cleanse the energies to get the spirits to go away. And they said it got much, much better. And then they ended up moving homes, not for that reason, but they needed to move on. And then that's when they actually shared the story with me. But they didn't share it to me when it was happening. They didn't share it with anybody. And but you know, I trust this family here with everything I got, and we're really, really close, and we do business together. We're great friends, and you know, we have that lifelong relationship where, you know, there's a time when you know that no one's pulling your leg here, right? When you know it's completely authentic. And by all means, this story is absolutely 100% authentic, and I personally believe it, and it's one that I thought I'd share with you, because I think that the more people that hear about these stories, and the more you look, the more you will find. And another story that I thought was really profound was for one of my clients, a property that I had sold on Presidio. We were having a dinner one time, and we were talking about these things, and she was telling me, and they were telling me that they had an occurrence where there was a husband and a wife that were arguing amongst each other there, like in the living room at around like 2 a.m. in the morning. They were sleeping in their upstairs master. They woke up and went to look on the balcony and looked down. There was two people there arguing, and the lady turns and looks at them and says, "What are you looking at?" And they continued to argue amongst themselves and just walked right through the walls. And they were just like in shock, in total shock. They were afraid. They began to cleanse the air with sage and other things and bring holy water and pray, and it got a lot better after that. And then years later they sold the house. But I've had so many stories like this come to me because I am very quick to share them if I feel it's right, and if people bring about this kind of information as well. It just confirms how authentic all this is when you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people telling you similar events happen in their life. And so I thought I'd share these stories with you because they really have changed my view, and it just lets you know that sometimes it's not that far away. There could already be multiple family members and friends that this kind of thing may have happened to them, but they're just afraid to share it because it's so controversial. And if you happen to be one of those people that defends your beliefs very quickly and this is not part of your belief system, then chances are people like that don't want to share it with you because it becomes a very defensive play on their end. And so I encourage you to do more research on this. I encourage you to learn more about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care.